Did you know that in just the first 5 minutes after you open your eyes, your body quietly makes a decision? Will today be a steady, energized day or a tired and unbalanced one? According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), every year, 36 million older adults experience a fall. Most of these accidents happen in the morning hours, when the body is still stiff, blood is not yet circulating well, and the mind is still foggy. But here is something few people ever tell you, just a few simple habits right after waking up. No medications, no gym, and yet, they can help reduce the risk of falling, ease joint pain, and allow your heart, brain, and muscles to function more smoothly all day long. In today's talk, I will take you on a short journey. 6 simple morning habits that can help you live longer, feel stronger, and stay more independent after the age of 60. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s, please listen closely. Because these first few minutes of your day might just hold the secret to living several more decades in strength and peace. Many people believe that living healthy after 60 requires a strict diet or intense exercise, but sometimes the secret to longevity lies in small and familiar actions that take just a few minutes each morning. Here are 6 small habits that could change the rest of your life. Many people believe that living healthy after 60 requires a strict diet or intense exercise, but sometimes the secret to longevity lies in small and familiar actions that take just a few minutes each morning. Here are 6 small habits that could change the rest of your life. Habit number 1, drink warm water in the morning. It is not a coincidence that in many traditional healing systems like those in India and Japan, older adults always begin their day with a glass of warm water. This tradition is not only to warm the body, but also serves as a natural, effective, and low-cost way to activate the system. While you sleep, your body goes through a long period, about 6 to 8 hours, without receiving any fluids. Even if you do not feel thirsty, organs like the liver, kidneys, and digestive system are still working quietly to detoxify and maintain your body's rhythm. Drinking warm water in the morning is like watering your internal system, helping every part operate more smoothly and gently. Unlike cold water, which often causes the stomach to contract and the nervous system to react strongly, warm water helps relax the muscles, supports bowel movement, and gently activates the metabolism. A temperature of about 104 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, which is close to body temperature, does not shock the stomach. Instead, it helps improve circulation, clean the blood vessels, and reduce joint dryness, which is a common concern for many people over 60. The benefits of warm water have also been confirmed by scientific studies. A survey conducted by Harvard Medical School showed that older adults who maintained the habit of drinking warm water every morning for 3 months had more stable blood pressure, fewer cases of constipation, and significantly reduced morning headaches compared to a control group who did not follow this habit. In addition, drinking warm water while the stomach is still empty also helps stimulate the gallbladder to release bile more efficiently, supports digestion, and reduces bloating, which is very common in older adults. Mr. Walter, 76 years old, living in Texas, shared that he suffered from bloating, gas, and dull headaches every morning for nearly 2 years. Even after visiting several doctors, no clear condition was found. It was not until a nurse suggested he try drinking warm water each morning that things began to change, and within just 2 weeks, he felt completely different. He said, "I did not really believe it at first, but now it feels like my stomach and gut are finally listening again. I feel much lighter." Before putting coffee or tea into your body, give yourself a gentle start with warm water. It is your way of telling your body, today, we begin slowly and kindly. Habit number 2, rotate your wrists and ankles. After lying still all night, your body enters a state that experts call temporary sensory motor disconnection. This means the part of your nervous system that senses your body's position, which helps you stay balanced and avoid falling, has not fully woken up yet. That is why many older adults feel unsteady, numb in their legs, or dizzy right after getting out of bed. But did you know that with just 30 seconds of gentle wrist and ankle rotation, you can reactivate your balance system and prepare your joints to move smoothly for the rest of the day? Start simple. While still lying in bed, gently rotate your wrists 5 times clockwise, then 5 times counterclockwise. Do the same with your ankles. You might hear some soft popping sounds, but do not worry. That is just air being released from the joint capsules, helping you feel more at ease. This small movement can improve blood flow to your lower limbs, which often experience poor circulation after lying down for hours. It also wakes up the sensory receptors inside your joints and ligaments. According to a study from Tufts University, simply rotating your wrists and ankles each morning can reduce the risk of falling by up to 42% in the first 3 months of practice for people over the age of 65. This is not just a number. It can be the difference between living independently and needing constant support. The truth is, most falls in older adults are not caused by weak muscles, but by a loss of body awareness, also known as reduced proprioception. When these sensors are still asleep after a night of rest, one wrong step can lead to a fall. Mrs. Sharon, 74 years old, living in Seattle, used to face mornings where she had to hold onto the wall just to stand up. But after a physical therapist taught her the wrist and ankle rotation habit, she said, "After just 2 weeks, I no longer needed to hold on to anything. I was no longer afraid of falling. I felt like I was welcoming the day instead of fearing it." A small habit that takes just a few seconds each morning can give you confidence, stability, and a sense of control over your body, whether you are in your 60s or well into your 80s. Habit number 3, practice deep breathing. There are mornings when you open your eyes and your heart is beating unusually fast, your chest feels tight, and you feel a strange unease for no clear reason. There is no bad news, no nightmare, just a vague sense of discomfort that makes you not want to get out of bed. But what few people tell you is this: it is not your fault. It is simply that your body has not fully shifted from a sleep state to wakefulness. And what you need in that moment is not coffee and not words of encouragement, but 5 slow and deep breaths. As soon as you wake up, place your hand on your belly or chest. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold it for a few seconds, then slowly exhale through your mouth. Repeat this 5 times. This simple action helps regulate the autonomic nervous system, specifically by activating the vagus nerve, which controls your sense of calm, heart rate, and blood pressure. When you breathe deeply, your lungs expand fully, which stimulates the diaphragm and sends a signal to your brain that everything is okay and there is no danger. Your heart rate slows down, blood pressure drops, and cortisol, the stress hormone, stops being released. Many older adults feel tired even after sleeping because their bodies are stuck in a fight or flight mode. This often results from poor sleep or being interrupted by nighttime urination, worry, or environmental disturbances. Deep breathing is a natural way to return your body to balance without medication. According to McMaster University, practicing 5 deep breaths each morning helps adults over 65 reduce unexplained anxiety and tension by 17% and also improve sleep quality the following night. Mr. George, 78 years old, living in Boston, shared that he often woke up with a racing heart and a strange sense that something bad was about to happen, even though there was no reason. All his heart tests came back normal. One day, During a short hospital stay, an older nurse taught him to breathe deeply each morning. Since then, he said, it feels like I stretch my soul before I stretch my legs. His mind calmed, his chest relaxed, and everything started to feel easier. You do not need to meditate or say a prayer, just 5 intentional breaths. That is the natural calming medicine your body already has inside. Habit number 4, stretch. While still in bed, after a long night of sleep, it is not just your mind that needs to wake up. Your joints, ligaments, and muscles also need to be gently awakened. Especially for those over the age of 60, getting up too quickly can lead to dizziness, back pain, or a feeling that your legs are no longer steady. This is because during the night, blood flow slows down, spinal discs slightly expand from lying down too long, and the joints become stiffer due to limited movement. That is why just a few gentle stretches while still in bed can make a big difference. You do not need to do yoga or follow a complicated routine. Simply lie on your back. Gently turn your head to the left and hold for 5 seconds. Then turn to the right. Roll your shoulders backward 3 times. Then raise your arms overhead as if reaching for the first light of day. Next, bend one knee and gently pull it toward your chest. Then switch sides. Finally, rotate each ankle a few times. These movements help the joints release lubrication, send blood to muscle groups that have been inactive during sleep, and most importantly, activate your body's balance awareness system, known as proprioception, so you can stand up without feeling off balance. A study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who performed this gentle stretching routine for just 3 minutes each morning had a 23% reduction in fall risk within the first 3 months of practice. They also showed noticeable improvements in balance and walking speed. This is not an exercise routine. It is a way to send a loving message to your body. I am still here. I am still moving. I have not forgotten you. The story of Mrs. Ella Lana, 81 years old, from Chicago, is a living example. She used to sit on the edge of her bed for 5 to 10 minutes each morning before she dared to stand up, due to pain and numbness. After her daughter, a physical therapist, taught her this gentle bed stretching routine, she shared, "Now each morning I feel like my body is thankful that I am not forcing it to do anything too fast. I move gently. I no longer have to hold on to anything. Taking care of your aging body does not begin with supplements or a treadmill. Sometimes, a small movement, done at the right time and in the right way, is the greatest gift you can give yourself each morning." Habit number 5, do standing stretches. After you have rotated your wrists, taken deep breaths, and done light stretches in bed, your body is almost ready to stand up, but instead of walking straight to the kitchen or reaching for a cup of coffee, take 3 more minutes to do a simple standing stretch routine. This is the golden moment to activate your circulation and lymphatic systems, 2 very important systems that are often overlooked after the age of 60. Stand near the edge of your bed, feet shoulder width apart. Slowly reach your arms up as if trying to touch the ceiling. Then gently bend forward to touch your knees or lower if possible. Take a deep breath and return to a standing position. Next, twist your hips gently to the left and right, roll your shoulders forward and back, and finally lift your heels up and down as if marching in place. These gentle movements act like a mechanical pump, helping blood return to the heart and brain, while also stimulating the lymphatic system to flush out waste from the body. Unlike the heart, which beats on its own, the lymphatic system, which carries toxins, excess fluids, and immune cells, depends entirely on muscle movement to function. If you do not move, this system slows down, leading to swelling, joint pain, and lower immunity, According to a study published in the American Journal of Medicine, light stretching in the morning can reduce the risk of postural hypertension by 18% in people over 65. This condition causes dizziness or fainting when standing up too fast. It also improves brain function during the first 60 minutes of the day. Judy, 71 years old, a widow living in Michigan, once shared, "I used to feel like an old machine that needed a long warm-up before it could start. But after adding these standing stretches to my morning, I feel like I have regained control of my body, gently and fully awake. No gym is needed, no resistance bands, just your body, a small space beside the bed, and 3 quiet minutes. This is not about working up a sweat. It is about sending energy to your heart, your brain, and your spirit. You may be surprised how just 3 minutes can make your body feel 10 years younger." Habit number 6, ask yourself one question. There is something strange that very few people notice. The first emotion you feel in the morning often shapes the direction of your entire day. If you start your day by checking your phone, reading negative news, or jumping right into your to-do list, your mind quickly falls into a reactive, tense, or even tired state before you have even done anything. But if you take just 1 minute to ask yourself a simple question, how do I want to feel today? You give yourself the power to lead your emotions instead of being pulled along by circumstances. When you ask yourself this question, gently place your hand on your chest or stomach. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. You do not need to come up with a big answer. Sometimes, a simple response like, "I want to feel peaceful, I want to feel enough, or I just don't want to rush today," is enough for your brain to register an emotional goal. From there, your thoughts and behaviors throughout the day naturally align in a more positive direction. This is backed by science. According to a report by the American Medical Directors Association, AMDA, older adults who practice emotional intention setting in the morning have 18% lower cortisol levels, respond better to daily challenges, and are less likely to experience prolonged anxiety. Tom, 82 years old, a retired farmer in Iowa, once felt lost after his wife passed away. He shared, "Every morning I woke up with a cold emptiness inside me, and I no longer knew what I was living for. But then I heard someone say, 'How do you want to feel today?' And I gave it a try. At first, it sounded silly, but after a few days, I started to find answers. Then every morning, I asked myself a question, and slowly, I felt something called hope returning. This habit costs nothing, it takes no effort, yet it gives you something truly precious. The power to choose your own emotions. Even at the age of 60, 70, or 80, you do not have to control everything in your day, but you can take charge of your first feeling, the starting point of every thought, decision, and action. Ask yourself this one question, not to find the perfect answer, but to affirm that your mind is waking up, still filled with hope, and still ready to live a meaningful day. So we have just gone through a short but powerful journey. 6 simple morning habits, each taking only a few seconds to a few minutes, but they can help you reduce the risk of falling, lower blood pressure, improve digestion, boost immunity, and stabilize your emotions. These seemingly small things, like a glass of warm water, a few wrist rotations, a deep breath, or a gentle morning stretch, are in fact the quiet keys to helping you live several more decades with health, independence, and meaning. You do not need to change your whole life in a single day. Just start with one small habit. It could be drinking warm water instead of coffee first thing in the morning, rotating your ankles before stepping out of bed, or simply asking yourself how you want to feel today. And from these choices, your body will slowly begin to listen, heal, and gently move forward with you every morning. Aging is not the end. It is a new chapter where you can live slower, live deeper, and fully enjoy every moment. And that new chapter can begin just 5 minutes after you open your eyes each morning. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell to stay updated with future videos. We will continue to share gentle tips on food, simple exercises, and natural herbs to help you stay healthy, sleep better, and keep your memory strong. And what about you? Which of these 6 habits are you practicing in your mornings? Feel free to share your thoughts or tell us your country and age below. So together we can build a community of older adults who live healthy and joyful every day.